Hello everyone, welcome to another reading. So today, I don't know, I feel inspired. I don't know, it's this energy of like inspiration hitting, and it's not even because we're approaching the next month. It's just, I don't know, someone tell me what are the planets doing, because for once I am lost. I lost track, but something is in the air, and it is for some reason, I guess, a little bit whimsical. Sorry if my voice sounds very weird. I made strawberry milk. You can't really see it, but I got some strawberries yesterday, and I saw this one lady on, I think it was Instagram or TikTok, where her wife packed her a lunch, and the theme was strawberry shortcake. And also, like, hello, how much whimsy can it get? Like, strawberry shortcake, I have not watched it a lot as a kid, but I remember loving the design, the version that I grew up with. And you know, there's just something so cozy and cottagecore about it, and I was like, you know what, let me do it as well. I am obsessed with strawberry yogurt drinks. I freaking love them so much, and the mango one, but I only tasted the good mango one in Switzerland so far. I haven't really tried any here, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know, maybe like drinks like that, or just making drinks, is something very significant for you. I personally have a huge Pinterest folder with drinks that I have been wanting to do for almost 3 years, but I never actually do it, so I should, you know. So the theme is kind of like inspiration, living life a little bit more fun and whimsical, and the fact that at the bottom of the deck we have the star card, like, hello, healing. Like, it's very healing energy, and I don't know, there's something in the air, and I just, you know, I wish I was dressed up for this video, but you know, literally the afternoon was spent, I think, like almost, I took a 45-minute nap, so resting could also be very important right now for you, where spirit is saying, like, whatever big thing is coming right now for you, you need to rest, you need to get your energy in check. I personally dyed my hair yesterday. I had this huge urge to dye my hair like a red, like I don't know, I have this desire to bleach a couple of strands and either dye them pink, like a baby pink, or like a vibrant red, like kind of like the Donald Duck thing is here, but I don't know if it's too heavy. I actually even don't know what is in here, but like, let me get it without throwing anything. So I don't know, maybe it's also kind of like root chakra thing, like this type of red, which also Donald Duck might be significant for some of you. I don't know, but like a lot of childhood things coming up today. It's very interesting, just kind of bringing something fun back into your life. I haven't had colorful hair since, I think the last time was literally 2021, right? I think, yeah, it was when I dyed it completely salmon all over, and in my bang I had like a neon yellow stripe. I think that was the last time, because I was blonde at the moment, and I was like, let me just seize the moment instead of just using the opportunity to do a couple of strands. But yeah, I don't know, just like reclaiming that part of you. And also it reminds me of that one comment that I got on my Reiki video. For those that don't follow my Reiki channel, please go over there and subscribe for more healing. But one of the intentions for the Taurus season video was enjoy life, living life the way you want, or something like that. I have my intentions here. Sorry, it seems very scattered, the opening. There's just like so many things coming in. What was it? Yeah, start living from your desired freedom. Feel more grounded and secure in your energy, in your identity as well. Feel confident enjoying life. Embrace your wild and adventurous spirit. You know, like that type of energy. And one of my viewers literally commented saying, they have been dressing more the way they actually want to do and embracing like being a Disney adult, which I don't even understand why people get shamed for that, because Disney is magical. Like, it's so whimsical, especially like the 90s, early 2000s type of style it was drawn. So again, that could be significant for you, like really like reclaiming that part of you. It seems very important right now, and I love that energy, and I'm like, we all should just, you know, pull together and enjoy that energy. Okay, let me get into the tarot. But yeah, it's just like very, I don't know, just feel very happy. We have the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Love and compassion. Also, the Queen of Cups just is very like very motherly, nurturing energy. So I think like in a way it's kind of like about nurturing your inner child. I yesterday did a throat chakra healing on myself to release some of the self-expression and speaking up trauma of what I have concealed and blocked in my throat chakra from my hairdresser apprenticeship, where in a way I got bullied, I guess. And well, it's just, you know, I received certain feedback that I feel like doesn't reflect me as like my skills that I had at that time. But whatever, you know, we're strong, we persevere, and we can heal that. But yeah, I healed that yesterday and all those things. And even for my inner child, I did a little bit of some, what? I went with intentions very like in the moment. I didn't have any preset intentions besides like releasing and being able to receive feedback without crying, because that's my main issue, where I receive feedback and I take it as a personal attack, because I'm like, the trauma from back then. But nurturing yourself, you know, even no matter how scary it seems, because of the Chariot is going into the unknown, literally not having an idea of what's happening. And I wish I saved the video that I saw on my TikTok, but now I know that TikTok does have a watch history, so maybe I can find it. I hope it was on TikTok. I literally let's see. Oh gosh, I scrolled so much today that I'm kind of like, ooh. But it was something along the lines of sitting in the unknown and not letting that scare you, because she said literally sitting in the unknown and fearing what? Things working out for me, like my dreams coming true. And it's kind of like that energy, the Chariot here, of literally embracing it. I don't think I can find it. Yeah, like I said, I scrolled a lot after I woke up from my nap. So also this one seems pretty significant. So trigger warning around like depression and maybe suicidal thoughts. But it says, you look pretty alive for a girl who prayed to be gone by now. This is for people that thought they wouldn't live past a certain age, because everything just seemed so dark and depressing, and like it was just one thing after the other and the other and the other, and you were kind of like, how will I ever survive or get out of this? But you're still here. You're still here. You fought, you were brave enough. You're, I hate the expression, you're God's strongest warrior, but because it shouldn't be, but you're a strong warrior, and I want to applaud you here and send you my love to you for even making it this far. And I feel like this is why this fun, inspiring, whimsy energy is coming into, because literally all the betrayal that you felt in the past, the resentments towards the past and how people treated you, or like certain situation maybe where you feel like, why did I have to go through that? Why did I have to learn that specific lesson? Why did my soul choose that, you know? But we have Justice also here at the back. I feel like the more cards I pull from the back, it's just going to be more insane. So we have Justice here, where the scales are balancing, karmic justice. You went through the hardest that could have happened, and now it's just about living and enjoying life. And I feel like, especially if you have your Saturn return as well, or you're already in the middle, and yes, there are certain lessons still coming through. For me, it sucks because mine is literally around speaking up, because I have it in my 3rd house. But you know, as much as it sucks, the process of seeing yourself grow and kind of like reclaiming yourself in like a more stronger version and a more healed version, you know, that's kind of like not the fun in the journey, but looking back at like, now I can react differently than I used to. Now I'm the version of myself that I needed back then. So you became your own hero in a way, if that makes sense. And also the karmic justice literally is like I said before, the hardest part, you already went over it. So now you just have to open yourself up to things being fun, things being exciting, especially now as we're in the middle of spring and slowly going to transition into summer, where it's just like, make a mood board, make a Pinterest mood board, make a playlist on Spotify to keep you in that main character energy. Literally, I'm hearing you're supposed to be living now as if this is your movie, you know? You went through your character growth arc. Now it's the fun, adventurous arc, you know? I wonder what this is. 4 of Cups. You don't have to be guarded around your emotions anymore, where you feel like you have to brace for the next thing again. You really, really need to heal your nervous system, because otherwise you're going to be constantly in fight or flight, where you're kind of like I said, bracing for like, oh, it's so good right now. When is it gonna explode? When is that bubble going to be popping and just everything just goes shit and I have to clean up the mess again? That type of mentality will manifest. Oh, seems like I thought I had, wait a second. Sorry, I thought I had formatted the SD card so I can have space on it, but it's apparently not. Where was I? Oh yeah, that type of mentality, unfortunately, will manifest, because what you focus on the most will manifest, because your awareness and your focus and your energy is on that. So if you think that you can't have good or large periods where it's just good and peaceful and fun because something bad has to happen, then unfortunately it will manifest. So you have to be careful there. Not to fearmonger here, it's just so that you're aware of what thought patterns and thought cycles do you have to break in order to just, you know, live this life like it's a movie. We have 3 of Cups and then the Empress. Okay, friend group could be very important, like female friend groups. It seems like a group of 3, or for some of you, you're literally trying to manifest your specific friend group, those people that you just click with, like, you know, you and 2 others. And very empowered women, women that also have healed themselves, that are in the self-development journey, that are trying to be a better version of themselves. No shade to anyone that doesn't do that, but just if you're constantly working on yourself and being truthful about what goes on in your reality and the things that you need to change about yourself, you're self-aware, and you'll have people around you that aren't self-aware, it's going to clash, you know, because you see and you work on yourself, on self-improvement, or what it is that you need to work on yourself to better yourself in a way, you know, just to make your life easier, especially if you have a lot of wounds, a lot of trauma, you know, you don't want that to stand in the way of you experiencing happiness and alignment and just very good things happening, right? And to other people, that might come across as like, you're not happy with yourself, you must be insecure with yourself, when it's the opposite. Actually, you're working on yourself because you have tremendous amount of self-love for yourself, because you want to give yourself a better life. you deserve a better life, so you actually put the inner work. Because a lot of people think like it's externally everything, but it doesn't matter if externally you have a stable job or maybe a relationship or friends. If on the inside you're constantly miserable, you don't have a self-worth or self-confidence or self-love, where you don't need other people's validation, where let's just say you lose everything tomorrow, can you still be happy with yourself and who you are as a person? Or did your happiness depend on external factors? A lot of people can't, and that's why it seems threatening to other people. But that specific type of friend group that you need, that are in alignment with you, are on their way, because you are this King of Swords. You do the self-reflection, you do the you have that self-awareness that a lot of people lack. At the bottom of the deck we have Page of Cups, and it's I think those people are really gonna help you with your dreams. You know, they might have certain connections that will bring you forward towards your dream, or you just hype each other so much up that like when you do doubt yourself, they're there to be like, hey, you can do it, let's go. They're not gonna be like, excuse me, that dream is unrealistic. You live in fantasy land. You are too delusional. We don't want people like that there. We have the 10 of Swords. Yeah, that struggling chapter is coming to an end. You're literally in your healing. Like that healing era, but not in the sense of, oh, you have more work to do, more lessons and all those things. No, you're healing because you don't have to struggle anymore, because it gets to be lighter. Things are going to change and shift literally right in front of your eyes. It doesn't happen anymore to the point where you're like, I don't really see anything moving, and then like a bunch of things happen and you look back and you're like, oh, okay, now I can see that that was the line. It's literally shifting in front of your eyes, and you're going to be like, I did that, I manifested that, I shifted that because I shifted my mentality and my mindset. What? We have the Two of Pentacles. Be wary though when you are constantly going between stories, identities. The Two of Pentacles, he juggles two different decisions or two different options, but at the end of the day he doesn't choose neither, you know, unless the next card clarifies that. So let me see real quick. But that might be a thing that you struggle. I am going to make a video on that on my Reiki channel, because someone requested about me talking about it deeper, which I don't know, maybe it will become like a little talking series if you guys have more topics you want me to go deeper. I don't know if you guys like my reflections, but I'm gonna try and see if I can record it this weekend so I can edit it next week and have it next week up. But yeah, we're gonna be talking there about, like, first of all, the basics of manifesting, because there's a lot of BS everywhere. You know, a lot of people are overcomplicating manifestation when it's actually so easy. And the thing about, they ask specifically about the choosing the new story and not going back and forth, which is something that I also struggle, you know. I'm not trying to be like, I know it better than you, absolutely not, but it does take practice. And if I can give you some tips and tricks, there we go, on what makes it easier, and for those that just don't really understand that concept, because again, the manifestation gurus on most of the platforms, they just say like, yeah, choose the new story, but you know, certain people already struggle there, like, what is the new story, what is the old story, how do I identify the old story, you know? So sometimes we have to go back to the basics. But yeah, Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, see, I knew it. The going back and forth and not choosing anything is because you're too guarded about that past story. Again, like the struggle story, that things have to be hard, like that's just so deeply programmed within you that it makes it hard, you know? It makes it hard for you to just be like, yeah, no, everything always works out fine. That's why saturation is very important, in my opinion. I've been doing it a little bit more, where I just choose one topic if I can that day, if I know I have that time. For example, for me today, because it's it's Thursday, which is ruled by Jupiter, I'm doing a money saturation right now. I already did like, I think 20, almost half an hour. So after this video, especially when I'm cleaning, because I don't think I'm gonna go out again, I'm gonna do more, you know. But yeah, it's just like literally repeating affirmations, and you repeat them over and over. And it's not, the goal is not for something to manifest, but as a byproduct it does manifest instantly, because you're saturating for like a specific amount of time, and you can choose how long. Taylor Tooks did sometimes between 1 hour and 5 hours. You don't have to, but obviously the longer you saturate on like a specific story and have your focus and awareness on that story, and just like, this is the truth, not only is your brain going to be like, oh yeah, you know, after you saturate, it's going to be so used to thinking that, because you spend literally that amount of time thinking it. So that's just a natural byproduct of like, oh yeah, I have, let's say specific, like if you saturate for like 10K, which I was inspired to do, I'm like, I might do that on the weekend just to see what happens, you know. And then those 10K come in, you know. But like your brain is just like, oh yeah, we have 10K now, you know, just like that, you know. So make sure that when you do catch yourself, and do a reward system. I dropped a tally system, but you know, if you struggle picking like the new story or just like that new identity, literally write it down. Every time you think successfully, you take it off, or give yourself a gold star if you want to make it even more fun, and then see in like a day how many gold stars you achieved. Okay, let's see what the fairies have to say. Oh, there's someone that you have to forgive, and I'm pretty sure it's a past version of you. Pretty sure, you know. Maybe even someone else, but I think like the first person that you always should start forgiving is not someone else, it should be yourself. That past version of you that you wish they reacted a specific way, but back then you couldn't, because you were lacking maybe the maturity of it, or the experience, or whatever the reason was. So sometimes the first person again to forgive is that past version of you, you know. They tried the best they could at that time with what they had, you know. Then we have your I want to switch into Denglish. Your wish is within reach. Okay, that's why it's so important to stick with the new story. So after this video, I want you to do a little saturation session, depending how much time you have. I want you to drop down in the comment section what is it that you're going to saturate for, like the topic. Is it money? Is it love? Self-concept? Career? Whatever it is. And then to hold the commitment with yourself, tell me how long you're going to saturate. If you feel up for it, even what affirmations you want to use. And then you come back to that comment after you finished your saturation session to let us know that you finished it, you know, just to hold yourself a little bit accountable. 11:11 was on the timer just right now. Then we have flower power, which is so fun, because my friend Marie, she's currently at the flower exhibition, and she's sending me the pictures of the flowers and the videos, and it's just so cool, and it's actually giving me a little bit of inspiration for my future house. So yeah, flowers, get yourself flowers. They carry a certain frequency that's gonna elevate your environment, and they're just so pretty to look at, you know. Dopamine decor is a thing. And after that, you know, if you feel like you don't want to throw them out, literally take like a couple of them and flower press them. Or there was a specific spray that you could put on them so they could last for a while. Or maybe I think you can also do that with hairspray. Oh, just some ideas. Just me throwing out some ideas. Okay, let's see what the High Priestesses have to say. We have here, ooh, connect with the element of air. Okay, air literally renews your spirit. It brings you clarity to your mind, and it opens you up for God-like wisdom. You might be an air sign. You could have a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra in your big three, or somewhere in your birth chart. I'm here with specifically your moon sign. Make sure that you do look up, if you have an air moon, how do you need to regulate your emotions? Because for everyone it works a little bit differently. For me, it's physical exercise. I feel so much better when I can move, because I can channel that into my body and just release it, because I'm an Aries moon. Or sometimes just a very like literally screaming into a pillow could also work, but I have neighbors. But yeah, the child of a high priestess is blessed. So could be multiple things. Could be someone's pregnant right now watching this, congrats. Could be literally that you're the child of a high priestess, or your mother could have been a high priestess, or was kind of like chosen in a way to. Okay, so there's this term of like the chosen ones, right, for spiritual people. People that are going to have a big impact on the world with their spiritual gifts and insights and all those things. So literally you are a chosen one, basically. Or for those that do plan a pregnancy in the future, like literally your child is going to bring like a difference into the world. They're going to do something very big that is just going to help the world heal, bring humanity forward in a way. I saw just like engineering. They're gonna be like a very big and well-known engineer. And there's a lot of red that she's wearing, so like definitely make sure that your root chakra is regulated. What else? Then we have here, you bring the light of love back into the world. Super pretty. Love that picture. Yeah, you weren't just meant to be just someone, just another soul on this. Like literally, the more you heal, the more the collective heals. Certain people in the spiritual community don't even have to do spiritual work for others, you know, be like, I don't know, a preacher or like a tarot reader or a light worker or whatever. Just because you are here and showing up and doing the inner work that you are supposed to do, you're helping heal the collective. And the more we heal as a collective, the more the frequency of the earth elevates. Yes, a lot of things right now seem like they're going super bad, you know. We have a war there, we have another war here, we have one president that thinks he's the president of the world and all those things, right? It might seem, and my neighbor's dog barking, which is confirmation, but the world is healing, the collective is healing. Why? Because we are sick and tired of the government system to be a certain way, which is why everything's crumbling down right now, because we cannot build on a broken foundation, so we need to break the foundation first so we can rebuild a stronger foundation, and one that works better with the current times. Pluto in Aquarius. The last time Pluto in Aquarius happened during the French Revolution. So, you know, we need some form of chaos to transmute it into what it is that we want. Especially, I personally predict that this is the start of a matriarchy happening, because there's some things going on in the world. Not to bring dark things into this very cute light reading, but as women, we are coming together now and bringing a little bit more justice and protection for our community. And I feel like this is literally the start of a matriarchy building. So it's even more important for us women to heal, in my opinion. So let's all pull together collectively and do our individual parts. But yeah, okay, I am gonna stop now. I wish this reading gave you the breakthrough and clarity that it gave you, and may you know what, let me manifest something for you guys. I'm very like a giving mood, so may you excuse me, the milk is literally messing with my throat right now. May you find, first of all, some money on the ground when you go take your little hot girl walk. May someone give you a compliment today or tomorrow, whenever you watch this, that literally is gonna give you such a boost of confidence, that lets you know that the inner work that you've been doing has been paying off. And my neighbor's dog is fully barking right now, so like literally that's like confirmation, literally. Like, people react to you in like a good and respectful way, though, you know. We only want respectful attention. May some of you win the lottery if you play, literally. May you get a huge chunk of money. And for those that are manifesting love, may you literally come across your soulmate this weekend. And for those that are already talking to a specific and like someone that they really like, may they shower you with text messages as soon as this video stops. What else? You know, I feel like I'm not giving you enough. Anyway, I'm like, let's go, let's get more, let's get more. May you get a free coffee. May you get makeup gifted to you if you are makeup wearer, or like skincare for free, or like a lot of discounts. I don't know, if you go to the drugstore, there's gonna be discounts. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna let you go now. What time is it for me? What time is it? 19:06. That could be significant for you guys. Okay, I will stop now. I will see you guys in the next reading. Until then, bye bye.